Welcome to this tutorial on using the Quiz Wizard. The Quiz Wizard is a tool which can guide you through the process of adding new content to your quiz. The Quiz Wizard can help you with inserting slides, mini-games, and rounds. There are, however, other, quicker ways to insert slides with less guidance. See our video on using Quiz Express Studio for more information. Let's get started. There are multiple ways to open the Quiz Wizard. Firstly, start up Quiz Express Studio. You can then open up the Quiz Wizard by clicking the Quiz Wizard button on the Home tab of the ribbon. Alternatively, you can click the green plus under the slide list on the left of your screen. When you open the Quiz Wizard, you are presented with three options. The option to insert a new quiz slide, to insert a minigame, and to create a new round. Let's dive into inserting a new quiz slide first. Select Insert a new quiz slide and press Next. Now you see a list of available slide types. Choose the type you want your slide to be. For example, an open question, a multiple choice question, a first letter question, etc. Let's choose to make a multiple choice question. Click Next to continue. Here you can set the correct answer and the literal question. Type in the question first. The next step is to set answers. Here we chose a multiple choice question, which can have up to 6 answers. Next to the answers you can see checkboxes. A checked checkbox means that answer is a correct answer. You can have multiple correct answers. Now that we have set the question and the answers, we can continue by pressing Next. Now you can set several slide options. You can set the duration of the countdown timer. You can set points from, which is the amount of points a player wins by answering a question correctly at the beginning of the countdown timer. You can also set points to, which is the amount of points won by answering correctly at the end of the countdown timer. By setting points to lower than points from, points will go down over time as the countdown progresses. In this scenario, players who answer correctly more quickly are awarded more points than those who answer more slowly. You can also reward the first, second, and third fastest correctly answering players bonus points. You can set the amount of points rewarded under speed bonus points. The amount of points can be different for the first, second, and third fastest players. You can also set penalty points, which is the amount of points lost when a player answers incorrectly. Lastly, you can set the background image here by pressing the folder icon and selecting an image file. Click Open and you should be able to see a preview of the background image. The next step shows the slide layout selection screen. A slide can have different layouts depending on the number of multiple choice answers. On this screen, you can choose one of several layouts. You can also choose to include an image or a video on the slide, which is represented by the blue boxes you see in the various layouts. Next, you can choose the style that fits your quiz best. This is the last step in the Quiz Wizard slide creation process. Press Finish to finish up your slide. The slide you just created will now be inserted into the quiz. For the other question types, there are a lot of similarities for the different steps shown in the wizard. For the numerical, first letter, and full text question type, the second page of the wizard asks you to enter the question and correct answer. For a sorting question, a page is added where you can indicate the correct order of the answers given. For an end of round slide, which is a slide that indicates the end of a round, you can choose for several additional actions to be performed when the slide is shown. Another use for the Quiz Wizard is inserting minigames. Open the Quiz Wizard again and select Insert a minigame this time. Press Next to continue. Now you are presented a screen with all of your available Quiz Express minigames. To see how all of these minigames work, watch our showcase video of Quiz Express minigames. When you've decided on a minigame to import, click it and press Finish. A slide containing the minigame will be created in your quiz. The final use for the Quiz Wizard is creating new rounds. Open the Quiz Wizard yet again and select Create a new round. Press Next. Now you can select one of many types of rounds. Here is a quick summary. A picture round. A picture round is an easy way to create multiple questions with a picture. Click Add to add the pictures you would like to use. The wizard will make a question for each image you select. If you make a mistake, you can select a picture and remove it, or reset the entire thing by clicking Reset. When you continue, you can set some generic slide settings. Just like with a normal question, the countdown timer duration, points, and background image. After setting these, press Next. The next page enables you to set the slide layout. The layout you choose determines the number of answers you would like the questions to have. You can see this by looking at how many answer boxes a layout has. In this example, we choose to create questions with 2 multiple choice answers. Next, you can set the style of your slides and finally press Finish. Now we have created the picture round. You can now change the questions and answers for the generated picture questions. A music round. The creation of a music round in the wizard has similarities with the creation of a picture round. On the first page, you must add your sound files. On the second page, you indicate whether the music files will be included in the quiz file embedded, or if they will be linked to from the quiz. You can also indicate the position at which the music will start as a percentage or number of seconds. The rest of the settings are like the picture round. A trivia board round. This round type follows the rules of the famous Jeopardy game show. After you select the Jeopardy round type, the first page of the wizard enables you to enter the topics and the number of points for each topic. You can also indicate whether you want the Jeopardy board to show the topics and the number of points, or the topics only. For example, this is what a trivia board looks like for both options. Enter the topics and the points, which determines how many questions there are per topic. You can also indicate how many questions you want per topic per points combination. The total number of questions that will be created is shown. You can also indicate if you want the questions to be generated are multiple choice or open questions. After pressing Finish, you now have a nice starting point for your trivia board. You will still have to edit the literal questions and answers to your need. Here is an example of what a finished trivia board looks like. Here we see the trivia board as it is shown in the quiz player. The host selects the topic/point combination as chosen by a player by clicking it with the mouse or selecting it with the presenter remote. Note that in this trivia board example there are 2 questions per topic per points. Topic and point combinations for which no question is available anymore are shown dimmed. A trivia ladder round follows the rules of the Who Want a Millionaire game show, but amended for multiple players who are in a race to reach the top of the stairs. Here is a quick rundown of the rules. Here you can see an example of a trivia ladder as it is shown in the quiz player after each question. On the left side, you can see the index of the current question. Next to this, you see a diamond indicating the current question that is being played. Next to this, you see the number of points that a player wins when they are on a step when the round ends. On the far right, you see for each step the players that are on that step, represented by the IDs of the players. In this example, there is only one player. As the game progresses, players go up the ladder when they answer a question correctly. When a player answers incorrectly, depending on the settings, the player falls to the nearest safety net or to the bottom of the ladder when there is none. A safety net is indicated by a question number and score number being white instead of orange. Select the round type and press Next. Here you can set the number of points per step in the ladder. Points have been predefined, but you can also edit them to your liking. Additionally, you can select which steps are safety nets. After this, you can set some general slide settings and the style of the slides. Please note we offer a special style for the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire type of game. When you press Finish, a starting framework for the game will be generated. You will still have to edit the literal questions and answers to your need. A Trivia Feud round. This survey-based game is very much like Family Feud. After setting the slide type to Trivia Feud, the survey editor pops up, where you can enter the survey question and the survey answers with their corresponding percentages. You can optionally use the Quiz Express artificial intelligence functionality to help you generate surveys. After entering a survey question, press the Complete with AI button to automatically fill in the survey answers and the corresponding percentages. After you've filled in the survey answers, click on Next. Here you can set the Trivia Feud game mode. To find out more about this and the other Trivia Feud settings, check out our tutorial video on Trivia Feud. Here is what it looks like when running a live quiz. The trivia board is being controlled by the Quizmaster from the Quiz Express director. For more information, please refer to the Quiz Express user manual or the tutorial video about Trivia Feud. A last man standing round. With last man standing questions, everyone gets to answer, but players with a wrong answer are immediately excluded from subsequent questions until there is one winner left. When only one player is left, the quiz advances to the first end of round slide it encounters or to the end of the quiz. Slides of type end of round mark the end of a last man standing round. All players join in again on the slide following the end of round slide. If there is no end of round slide, the quiz jumps to the final score screen when there is only one player left. You can set the amount of questions in your round and the same basic properties of those questions as before. After the slides have been generated, it is time to fill in the questions and answers manually. You can see that the end of round slide is also generated by the wizard. A speed round. In a speed round, one player needs to answer as many questions as possible within a configurable amount of time. This player must be manually selected in the quiz director by the host. Here is how a speed round works. After finishing a question, a new one is presented, but the countdown timer keeps ticking. This pressures the player to answer quickly, as they must answer as fast as they possibly can to score the most amount of points. The player can answer in two ways, either with a buzzer or verbally, in which case the quizmaster judges the answer by using the computer keyboard, the remote control, or Quiz Express director. In the wizard, you can set how many questions you want in the speed round, the countdown time, and some general slide settings. The host must select a player during a live quiz. To do this, press the D key on your keyboard during a running quiz to open the quiz director. The quiz director lets you control the quiz from a remote screen. To select a player, firstly go to the Players/Teams tab. Select the player you want and click Disable Others. This disables all other players, making the player you selected the only player able to answer. This player will play the speed round. If you want to know more about the quiz director, check out our tutorial on the quiz player and director. Here is an example of a speed round. You can start with easy questions and gradually make them harder for a very exciting round. Notice that the clock keeps ticking in between questions. A bingo round. The bingo round is a type of round that can only be played with mobile buzzers. When playing a bingo round, all the players see a bingo card on their phones. There are several game modes like regular, trivia, and emoji bingo, and there are several settings for a bingo round. Watch our Quiz Express virtual bingo tour video to learn more about bingo rounds. Now you know how to utilize the quiz wizard to guide you through your quiz creating process. Happy quizzing!